Spike it up, holding on. Trigger, you've done it, you champion. Spike it up, wins, goes to the lead. John's going to take out the Dudley Justice. And that's Mr. Ali. It could be. He's fighting back. Oh, look at him. Spike it up, does it.
Welcome everyone to Mobile Rolling, and it is season 3, episode 6. Rocky,
well done,
we're
mate.
Still kicking. It's a very special guest today. We have Sandra Hutchinson, who we're going to talk about with her career in harness racing.
Yep.
Luke O'Neill, obviously Jack Bashar is going to be here with the betting side of things.
How is Jack going on the punting?
He's got ground to make up. He needs to lift if he wants to defend his title as the champion of last season. You think it was a fluke?
I just think he's a myth.
A myth,
yeah,
just a fluke, one-hit wonder.
Yeah,
he called me a front runner one week, and I think he is too, isn't he?
Yeah, no
anyway,
doubt.
We'll see what he comes up with for this
and he
weekend.
cheats.
Hey,
he cheats.
Does he?
Yeah, looks over your shoulder and sees what you're packing.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, listen to you. Last season,
I was just trying to deflect a little bit over the other side.
Oh, you picked that. I can't win, so I'll change to this now. Yeah, okay, and that didn't work either.
Yeah.
Right. What's
That's
happening?
it. Not much. We're going to have a big week next week, mate. We're going to talk about the SA Cup pretty strongly next week.
Yep.
I'm not sure if we're even going to have any guests on because the fountain of knowledge that'll come from you and I for the SA Cup should be enough, I reckon, to get us through.
Yeah.
But depends on what the boss comes up with.
Yeah, the boss.
He might have something for us.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll come back and have a chat to big Luke O'Neill.
Luke O'Neill, who'll be back after the break. Welcome to the British Workmen's Club, where we've had star performers here. Jerry and the Pacemakers, Del Shannon, some of the greats of years gone by. But nowadays, they have plenty of great bands performing here. Every weekend, a host of Adelaide's top bands perform. The Party Cats, led by Masters Apprentice legend Peter Tilbrook. We all know Peter. And the Lincolns are here, Chunky Custard, plus a host of South Australia's up-and-coming bands. Right behind me, you can see the fully stocked bar, plenty of drinks to be had, a great location for a great night out at Davis Street, Wingfield, just off Grand Junction Road. Come to the British Workingmen's Club.
Back to Mobile Rolling. First guest today, Jimmy, Luke O'Neill, who we both know very, very well, and probably everybody out at Globe Derby knows very well. Welcome, Luke.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, Luke, met him as a young kid driving pony races years and years ago when he was probably about 6 or 7 years old.
Correct, yeah.
What was your pony called, Luke?
Grease Lightning.
Grease Lightning, that's right. Is it still going?
I believe Kittles might still have him because
I
they
think
brought
so.
him back. Yeah, so yeah.
That was the one that we mentioned won the first ever mobile race that Simon drove.
Yeah.
Grease Lightning, So we've just got a continuance of follow-ons from guests from previous episodes, Rocky.
Now, that's right, and I was talking to Luke just before we came on, and he said it was touch and go whether he played footy for a living or went to the harness racing. He said he was that good at footy.
Yeah.
Is that true, mate?
Oh, I was okay, but I wasn't that good.
Well, you went to harness racing.
Yep.
Happy with that?
It's not something you make a living out of, but you only do it because you love it.
Yeah.
And if you didn't love it, you wouldn't do it. They breed. You smell it. You do everything with it.
Yeah.
And when you don't have a horse in the yard, you're still looking for that next horse to come in. I get lots of phone calls to take horses, but at this stage, you're just sort of limited to what you want to take. A lot of problem horses come my way.
Why is that? Because you've got a reputation of fixing them up, or what?
Yes, got a problem for like the.
Well, don't fix them up.
No, Runaway Success. He come over here with a big lump on his inside leg, and I spent $2,500 at Ballarat getting a dye put through him, and they found a hairline crack in his hock, and the poor bastard's been running like that for, since he's in Melbourne and Sydney. So he's got to have 8 months off. So at least I found his problem because I can. I'm pretty good with a trot, and I couldn't work out why this thing was trotting like he had 8 legs.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's limited to what you.
Because you've kind of always had that second job, haven't you, to make sure you've got an income aside from the trot. So the trots is almost a hobby for you, a full-time hobby.
Full-time hobby,
but earn money elsewhere. I mean, I haven't known him for a long, long time, but he was with Aaron for quite some time and drives the Valley Transport truck pretty regularly for us as well. So, he's out and about. But you're right, his reputation as trainer of trotters is exceptional.
Yeah. You like training trotters, obviously? You've always got one in the stable.
Oh, I love them. People say, how do you train? They test your patience, but at least when you got that good trotter, mate, it's just, you can't buy it.
Dream come true.
Oh, it just does,
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I've driven a lot of good trotters, and you just know when you got that good one.
Yeah. Speaking of driving, you don't drive anymore, but you made that option to stop driving how long ago now?
Oh, probably about 10 years ago. When I hopped off, I threw David Harding on. I trained winner after winner. So.
Wanting to make a comeback, mate.
I only said you're not off and on again. And plus weight plays a big factor. Like I'm overweight, and and people say weight can stop a train. So they reckon once the wheels are going, it doesn't make a difference, but it does.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And so, are you able to cope with sitting back and watching other people drive your horses? You okay with that? Like a lot of people. They think, I've done all the hard work, you got to put someone else on and they drive, but I mean, you usually put good drivers on your horses,
I try to put the best ones on. Every driver I put out there, I'm pretty confident with.
Yep.
Me, I get nervous watching.
Stands by himself, way down the other end of the grandstand.
Really?
Yeah, I've got plenty of friends down there. It's just so much goes into them, and you need results. And when you're not getting that results, it does get stressful. Then you start judging your character, you start judging your training method, you start doing everything. But I haven't changed my training methods for years, and I get results. So it's just when your time comes, your time comes.
Yeah. Okay. Some of your best trotters.
Oh, geez, me and Kel was pretty good.
Yeah.
She was a beauty.
Yeah, Leighton H was good.
Yeah. But what's been your biggest thrill so far as a trainer, winning what particular race with what horse?
Biggest thrill was probably Campbell Dawn.
Yeah.
To do what she did, she won 9 out of 11. That was pretty good. And going to Melton, just getting beat going 154. That was pretty good.
Disappointing but good at the same time.
It was exciting, and and unfortunately, something bit her in Melbourne, and she was never the same horse.
Yeah.
Campbell Pete was pretty good.
Whose horses were they, mate, when they come out? Were they Whiteford? Is that?
Yeah, Mal Whiteford. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
Yep.
Yeah, he was getting out. So you're selling him and sending him over. So.
Yep.
I wasn't getting two of the top horses, but those two horses that sent over, they turned into nice horses.
Yeah. Well, I think it's fair to say they progressed. They went to another level when they came to Luke. You know what I mean? And with due respect to our trainer interstate, but he found the right training program to get the best.
He's very patient with the trotters. I worked it out when he was working at Aaron's. We had God of Thunder, who we were lucky enough to get from Mount Gambier after a race down there. It galloped at the start, galloped about 3 times in the run, and Matt Craver just said, I'm done with it.
Yeah, I reckon I called him 4 races and he galloped every single race.
And he's been bomb-proof with the work that Aaron and Luke put into him. Yeah. And, the last couple of starts has been disappointing in Victoria, but that's the patience that he shows. And off that as well, I've got a horse out at Aaron's called Eyes Down and Looking, who we actually thought it was never going to get to the track. Okay. It was bordering on mental, really, wasn't it?
And no one liked it.
And she became a project for Luke while he was out there, and she's pretty good now. She's still a bit nutty, but he's done a great job with her and was so patient with her.
I loved her. Everyone was bagging her, wanted to let her out the gate, and I said, no, this horse will go. This horse will go places.
Yeah.
The first time I drove her, she had gears.
Yeah.
And then I said to Aaron, you got a nice horse here.
Yeah.
Even got a thunder when I drove him the first time. I think he was scalp on the inside or something, and I said, what's this horse even doing here? It's running quarters like me and Kel used to do.
Yeah.
So, and look at this, he's done a good job,
Yeah. Yep. Where did me and Kel come from, mate?
He come from over in New Zealand.
Right.
A bloke called Brent Hall found him. And then he asked me to get a syndicate together and buy him, and at that stage I was a bit hesitant.
Yeah.
But then I jumped in and grabbed it, and then unfortunately when he landed, he got really sick, and if it wasn't for Toby Ryan, he wouldn't be here today.
Wow.
His temperature was 41. He had what they call travel sickness.
Yeah.
And as Toby was talking to Morpheville vets, Toby said, I don't think he'll make it the float trip. And 12 grand later, he saved his life, but he earned it back. It was funny because the vets rang up and said, "Oh, when does this horse start biting and kicking?" I said, "He's well enough then." So
No, that's excellent.
And look at the legend in recent times. You were getting a bit frustrated with him. You told me that he wasn't drinking water or something like that.
No, he has a problem. He doesn't drink. I don't know what it is. The vets can't work it out. He doesn't drink, and you just got to really watch his intake. And when you think you really got him cherry right, he won't drink. So you gotta do avenues to get him to drink. And when a few times there that he went super, well, obviously everything was he can drink. But when that's the first thing I said to Emma Stewart and Clayton when he went to Melbourne. Make sure he drinks, and they said, they'll make sure he drinks, and even they said, geez, I didn't realise how much he doesn't drink. Even warm days, he won't drink. And, just can't. So, once he drinks, he can be anything, but the days he doesn't run on and that, he hasn't drinking.
He did a good job over there.
He did a good job. Very happy. Just towards the end, there was a bit of an injury with him. They couldn't pick it up, but again went through the dye and found a hairline crack. So
Oh my gosh.
So I brought him back here for one run, and I was very disappointed in him. I think he ran about back near the end, and I thought, no, there's something wrong. And I put the dye through him and found a hairline crack in his fetlock. So so he's ready to resume work in probably another month. So
Okay. So good luck, mate.
What have we got for Luke O'Neill coming up? Any particular horses in line we should be looking at?
There's a trotter coming over. It goes all right. It's called Pies Riding Shotgun. Come from the Angroves.
Okay.
It goes all right. Apart from that, I've had a couple look at New Zealand, one father vet test. So that put a spanner in the works. I want him for the Trotters Cup. And when you ring up Melbourne, they just want telephone numbers. So at the moment, just the Pies Shotgun,
Okay, we'll watch for that.
Good on you, mate.
All right, there's Luke O'Neill, former trainer driver, now trainer only in harness racing, but loving life and loving harness racing. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get Jack Bashar on for the betting side of things.
Jack.
Thank you.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Darryl Hall from Tyre Power Cheltenham, where you get the buying power of a huge range of tyre brands. We stock all major big brands: Toyo, Tumo, Mickey Thompson, Maxxis, Michelin. So come down and see me at Tyre Power Cheltenham.
Welcome back to Mobile Rolling, and it's betting time. Jack Bashar is with us, Rocky. Jack, welcome to the show.
Jimmy, Rocky.
Rocky,
How are you, mate?
you got to lift your game, pal.
Tell you what.
I tell you what.
I'm going to have a chat to a couple of drivers,
Let's do. Well, it's a very good point. A very good point. They are out to shaft you. I'm sure they don't want Rocky winning this year. No, that wouldn't be happening at all. Okay, after episode 4. What have I done? I've stuffed this up, haven't I? We had episode 5 last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
I haven't brought the updated form. Here we go. Here it is. After episode 5. Now, Jack, you went for Clarendon Valor, $20 a win, finished second.
Disappointing.
I
One out, one back.
I think it's doubtful over 20.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it's doubtful any journey.
Yeah, you might be right. He might be happy running places. He's run a lot of places, but no win. But 2 points you get, but minus $20 for running second. Mac Allen, Gallop, when it looked like it was going to win, I think.
He's off the list. He's off the list.
Yeah, 10 each way on him, 0 points, minus $20. So after that, it was minus $40 for episode 5, so you're now minus $80 total.
Yeah.
But he's got 5 points. He's got 5 points.
It's only one winner.
That's true.
Exactly. Now, Rocky, you went.
Yes, here we go.
Here we go. Julius Franco, $20 a win, finished 6th.
Where should that have run?
Yeah. Probably won.
Right.
Probably would have won.
No points, minus $20.
Yeah.
Dean Girardi, I'm looking at you.
I probably felt he would have come with a late run, but not the case. Same with Miss Soapbox. Miss Soapbox, 10 each way, last, 0 points, minus $20.
Yeah.
I thought she was a sit sprint type of horse, but
No, she is.
set a light, 3 wide, a lap and a bit from home, and
I think Wayne had a...
you were in pain.
I think
you were
Wayne
in
had a-
pain when he came 3
Wayne had a
wide.
dinner date. He had to get home as quick as he could and get going.
All right, so after 5 episodes, you're 3 points,
Jeez.
minus $96.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to get in the positive, you guys.
Yeah, we will.
Right,
We will.
Like we're bragging that
Yeah.
last season we all made positives, which is really good.
Yep.
And as you can see from this season, really unusual.
Yep.
Now me, episode 5, I went for He's a Shark, $20 a win at
Fantastic
$2.90. Good
Yeah.
win.
Great win.
It was a good race, the St. Leger, wasn't it? Great finish all across the track. I've got to say, at the 450, I thought he was too far back to catch him.
And Maharaja, he galloped.
Both went well.
Yeah, they did.
Well,
Well,
the
you
thing
said
is,
that in the call, didn't you? Like
Maharaja
when they both
gallop,
galloped, you thought.
Maharaja Gallop, and see, He's a Shark is just so touchy.
Yeah.
All Dale Efford did was steer a little bit away, bang, up in the air he went. There was no contact, but he just steered him away so there was no contact.
Yeah.
And He's a Shark didn't cop it. And he threw his charts away in the Southern Cross by galloping as well. So he's got to try and iron that out, but he'll get better with age. But both really good runs and a really good race as well. But anyway, bragging points, $2.90 on the tote. You could have got much better fixed odds, but $2.90 on the tote. So 3 points plus $38. But then it's Elvis, who was in a winning position. He galloped 10 each way. He finished last, 0 points, minus $20. So after episode 5, Muggins here on 7 points plus $98. So I've got a lead on the points and a lead on the cash.
Yep.
You got to make your move, Jack, because look, this is episode 6.
Yes.
Halfway.
We're halfway there, mate. You got to start
No excuses.
thinking about when you're going to make your move.
No
so
excuses.
this
Let's
week,
have them, Jack.
all right, we've got 2 meetings this week. Got Port Pirie on Saturday, Victor Harbour Sunday. Where are you going?
I'll go Port Pirie.
Okay.
I'm going to go in race 3,
Yes.
number 1, Glam Rock.
Glam Rock.
Yep.
He's about to say go with Glam Rock, and Hard Rock Shannon is right on his back. What's he got to offer? Glam Rock leads by 4 metres coming into the front straight. He's got a kick. Hard Rock Shannon's not running on good enough. Glam Rock's going to lead all the way, and they land the plonk.
Just beaten last start, won the start before. Last start beaten, it was beaten by Golden Jailer, who also came out and made the form.
Yep.
In the same race, Coloniarati ran 3rd, came out and won. The form looks good. The distance will suit.
Yep.
I think Rozzy will be in front.
Yep.
He'll
No
control the race. I think very hard to beat. Very hard to catch.
Is that your win bet?
That's the win bet.
$20 win on Glam Rock, race 3, number 1 at Port Pirie this Saturday night.
Race 5,
Yes.
number 8, Each Way Yankee Clipper.
Really?
Held up last start, first run back from a spell.
Yeah.
Only beaten 6 metres by Have a Crack. Held up till round the home turn. Only got out late. Did run on nice at the finish.
I think he's a
will
nice
be
horse.
suited. Will be suited by the Port Pirie track, and I think that it'll be a lot fitter.
You couldn't find room for Villa Boy off too, mate? I mean,
Villa Boy.
He's going to be in pain here. Wait till my selections come through.
Villa Boy, yes, I think I don't think he's a great winner, but I think he can run a place again.
right. Okay.
Yankee Clipper.
Yep.
I don't know if his record's real good at Port
Pirie.
Pirie. I think he's galloped 2 times there already.
Oh well,
See what happens this time.
he hasn't galloped in his last few starts, so.
Okay.
he
All
should-
right, so Yankee Clipper race 5, number 8, $10 each way.
I think you'll get each way
That's
odds.
Jack.
Yep.
Right, what do you got, Rocky?
I'm going to Pirie and Victor.
Okay, split it up. Yep.
Race 1, number 1, will finish first.
For the cause
Yep.
at Port Pirie.
I know the owner, he's told me it's going to go okay.
They're looking in the mirror.
So that's my 10 each way bet.
10 each way.
Yep.
I thought you said it would just go to the front.
They're the
and
win, but I'm backing it each way.
Okay, going for insurance.
Yeah,
All right,
because
so
another
10
one's a
each
bit
way.
shorter.
So
Yeah, was-
yeah.
No, she's drawn very well this week. Finally, we've got a draw on. We're not sure what will happen at the start. There's a few with a bit of
Toss
speed.
Up's got some speed. You went very fast to lead last time, Toss Up.
Yeah.
There'll be a little
I'm
bit
not
of
sure about the
be
journey
some
with Toss
pepper.
Up, but we'll
Blissful
see.
thinking will be coming across
Yeah.
and wanting to go forward.
Yeah, so
Motto Rampage, you want to keep
Yeah.
blissful thinking wise.
Yeah.
There'll be some action.
There'll be
there
some
will be
action.
some
Be a
action.
good race.
Yep.
Yep. I was going to go race 6, number 7, My Better Lady, but I reckon she'll start way too short. So I think it'll win.
Race 6, number 7.
Yep.
Hope it goes better than
I think
Simon.
it's another one that can give them 2 minutes head start, mate. And
We hope it goes
still
better
win.
than Simon.
my
Okay.
best bet that I'm going to go for is race 2, number 11, down at Victor Harbour,
Yes.
Simon.
And Simon leads away. Out in front for favourite punters. Closed at $1.40 on the tote. And they crunched it in late on the fixed odds at $1.45. Leads by a long neck. I'm the Mighty Judd is outside the leader. And on the inside, Manly Mac.
Simon,
Who
best bet.
Yep.
Race 2, number 11, Simon at Victor Harbour. And by the way, Victor Harbour, first race kicks off at 3:37. So at 4:20 on Australia Day in the afternoon, we'll know how good you are with Simon.
Went good last start, Simon.
Did.
Led and compounded.
Yep. Found the problem, Jack.
Did they?
Yeah, you backed it.
Yeah. No, I didn't. No way.
Back to a distance which suits it, I think.
Yeah.
The 1660.
And you might settle back and come with one run maybe.
Okay. All right.
we'll
So
see.
Simon, race 2, number 11, Simon. All right. I'm going to stick to Port Pirie. I'm going to go race 4, number 2, Fine Artist as my win bet. I really liked his run last start.
Down the outside, Fine Artist is making ground, but Liberty TJ hit the lead, and Liberty TJ's home. Fine Artist gets into second placing.
I thought he went fantastic at Globe Derby last Saturday night.
Yep, he did.
And he's a bit one-paced, which is concerning, but I think there's going to be a little bit of action there for the lead.
Well, the one will lead.
Yeah, the one will lead.
Five will come out, won't he?
Yeah, the four will come out one night at the mile. Speed Easy will have gate speed. So, but I'm going to go with Fine Artist because there was just something about his run that caught my eye, and I thought, look, improved dramatically on its previous run.
Had some support too in the race.
Yeah.
Did it? Okay. All right. So race 4, number 2, Fine Artist is my $20 win bet. My each way bet is Jack's from last week. Race 5, number 2, Villa Boy.
There you go.
Each way at Port Pirie. I think he's got the right draw. I think he's got the right field.
Yep.
He's had 3 goes at Port Pirie. He's been placed every time. There's a chance he might go a little bit better and win. So race 5, number 2, Villa Boy is my each way bet. All right?
All right.
Yep. I was going to go Emain Macca in the Victor Cup, but I thought $1.12 might be a bit short.
I don't think he's a moral either, so even though he's very good from stands. Look, the thing about Emain Macca, he's out of the draw in standing starts, but that's by design from the trainer, Greg Schofield. Because when he started, his first standing start was in the Mount Gambier Gold Cup, and I think he purposely got him put out of the draw so he could get a clear running. The horse is not a bad beginner in standing starts, even though he's out of the draw in stands. It's just so he can get a smooth trail into the race. But it'll be a good race for sure. Don't forget we've got the Kindergarten Series also at Port Pirie on Saturday night, the first of the Kindergarten Series, going to a $14,000 final on SA Cup night on the 8th of February. So I love watching the new 2-year-olds and trying to... You like me, Jack, where you look and you think, oh, this one will make it, and you try and predict where they're going to go.
Oh, you do. 2-year-olds are a great thing for the future.
Yeah, lovely.
Lovely.
Yeah. All right, boys.
And now, very impressive Culture King.
You saw the race?
I saw the race and backed it.
Yes.
And I've also backed it in the final at $26.
Beautiful.
And I thought it was super impressive.
Well, Paul did tell us he was going well. They were happy with him over there. I noticed Craig Cross is the trainer.
Yeah, I don't know much about
McCarthy.
I don't know much about him.
He's next door neighbour to Luke McCarthy.
But he was sensational, the way he put him away. And he'll just get better.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him sprint like that ever.
Never.
Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Just pulled
I
off.
was happy to see the victory. I saw the result.
Pulled off the back of the second favourite, which was pretty heavily backed early on, and went past it faster than I've ever seen Culture King go past it.
Beautiful.
Some of the boys got 320, backed into 220. Things started at $1.95.
Yeah.
So it was very impressive.
Goes forward at the 400, that quarter in 28.6. They go to the 350 metre marker, Star Play. It's got nowhere to go, 3 back inside line, but it's more Bruce Almighty. That's the one they've got to run down into the straight. Culture King got out though. Culture King's out after this leader. I'm Bruce Almighty, Culture King on the outside. Let's catch me if you can behind them, and Star Play trying to get through on the inside, but it's going to be too good, the favourite. And Culture King came away to win. I'm Bruce Almighty second. Star Play will run third behind them. Let's catch me if you can. They were followed in intervals by My Casino Bell.
Oh, that's good. Fantastic. Yeah. All right. See, now we're getting back to the old way, Rocky. Yeah. Now you're saying we had Paul on, he got the winner.
That's it.
We had Gator on, she got the winner.
Yep.
We've had whoever else on, they got the winner.
Yep.
Luke O'Neill, nothing
coming
in this week, coming up. Follow Luke O'Neill.
All right.
Rightio.
Okay, that's it for the betting segment. We'll come back with the close of the show on Mobile Rolling. Just Wrecking Toyota, South Terrace Wingfield, for all your recycled and reconditioned parts. Our huge range covers almost every model in the vast Toyota stable. Proudly South Australian with over 25 years in the automotive recycling industry. So, if you want to save some serious money on anything Toyota, call us on 8359 4499 for fast and friendly service. Welcome back to Mobile Rolling. We've had the betting session, Rocky.
We have.
But I've got to tell you, with our very special guest now, Sandra Hutchinson, when Sandra was pushing for women to get the drives, they didn't allow betting on the women's races. But Sandra's going to tell us about. Welcome to the Mobile Rolling, Sandra.
Thank you, boys.
Sandra, how are you?
Look, you've been one of the people for the women that have you've pushed for equality. I think it's fair to say. I mean, we go back. I'm thinking somewhere around about the 70s, 1970s, where you were trying to
get them,
get the license
Took
for
them
the
to
women.
Court.
Yeah, you went to court, did you?
Yeah, we went to court.
Yeah, what was that about?
Well, being allowed to drive, you know, so that we weren't being, left out as women.
Yeah. So the administrators, look, they had concerns about the women, and I've read up about this. They had concerns about the women, and before the 70s, we're talking in the early 1900s.
1900s?
Some good drivers.
Yeah, 1920s, around that. Yeah. Is it 1900s?
Yeah, I guess.
What do you call it?
Yeah, 1900. That's a good start. I'm thinking more like wagon train, mate.
Look, in about the 1920s, all right, and we go back to Jubilee Oval, which is an oval we've spoken about before, with a 100-year celebration, how harness racing is. They put on the big party for the 100-year celebration that we had. But we go back to June 25th, 1922 at the Jubilee Oval, right? And there was a race that was provided for women in saddle, because back in those days it was riding the horse, not in the sulky. And there was 24 nominations for that particular race, right? So they did 2 divisions, and the winner of the final was Miss May Webster. Now, May Webster was a young girl, 13 years of age, that used to go to school, but she went there and rode, so that's where the famous name of Webster comes into harness racing. But then the administrators, like Sandra said, they were a bit chauvinistic. The men felt that they were better than the women, I think.
Of course they did. But they can't prove it now, can't they?
Exactly. So there was rivalry and jealousy.
Right, way back to the 1920s.
Yeah, way back then. Right. Now, and what fueled the fire for the administrators is in 1928 at the Royal Melbourne Showgrounds, there was a woman that was driving who actually got killed in a race, in a trotters race. Yeah. And her name was Dolly Jacobs, or Christina Jacobs. But then there was a big gap there where women had to try and prove themselves, and they were in saddle racing, and they had exhibition races. But I remember at Globe Derby that you had women from all over Australia that came to Globe Derby, and you drove in that race. And I think Fran O'Donoghue may have won the race.
That was the first one, yeah.
That was the first one. But they wouldn't let you bet on that race. No. It was just exhibition racing only.
Third one they did.
Yeah. So tell us...
Was there a question to go with this, mate? Because I thought you were going to go through year by year, and I've got to put the bins out tonight at some stage, so I'm glad you've...
So the question is that Sandra's been one of the founding members of the South Australian women's side of things to push for women to have equality and get a fair go in harness racing as far as driving is concerned. Yeah. So what sort of struggle was that for you, Sandra?
Well...
and who'd you have to help you as well?
Just me.
Just you, yeah.
Just
me. You took them to court by yourself, just your lawyer?
No, Gail Ramage also. We both went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you win?
Oh, of course we won. And then they had to accept it, and that was it. So, just that big race that I won with Train Over, that was not, we weren't licensed then. That came in a year or so later. But that was a betting one, though.
Okay.
They allowed betting on that race. And from then on, it was just pushing along horses and, getting everybody that you knew as trainers. If you had a ladies' race coming up, you had to get a horse, and that sort of thing.
Go and approach the trainer and say, look, we've got a ladies' race coming up, can you give someone a drive or whatever like that?
Exactly.
So the progression was from exhibition races, non-betting, ladies only in those races.
Yes.
Then eventually they had betting on a ladies' own race, and then when you pushed the court to get the licenses, then you could drive against the men. And that was late 70s, you think?
78.
1978. Right, now before that, you drove at Wavell. You drove Caraman to win for Jeff Stacey. That was in 1977. Was that a ladies' own
yes,
race?
That was a big one. All the girls from all over Australia.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was not. That was just us.
South Australian women?
Find someone to represent the big race, which was the big race.
So when you won your battle to drive against the men. How easy was it to start getting drives, and like how many were you getting to start with, and how did you form your relationship in the end with Malcolm Hand?
Well, I was just getting drives here and there and things like that. But really, when I started with Malcolm, which I think was about 1980, I think, yeah, I was lucky enough to look good, I suppose, and do things right. And I worked there. All the horses, I knew them, and he's had some marvellous horses, dozens of them, and I drove them all.
Fantastic.
So I taught to not Lindsay Head, what's his name?
Neil Curley?
Neil Curley to drive, and he...
Did you? What was that, for an exhibition race, or because he wanted to drive at the
No,
trot?
that was the big race where he had to break the record.
Okay, I don't remember that race.
You don't remember
what
it?
was that about?
Oh, well, Kevin Brook was the guy on the outside of him.
Yeah.
And it was just... they'd done it once before, and I can't think of the guy that won it before, one of the footballers, and he broke that record that guy had already put in. So it was really good.
You would think that'd be okay too with curls. Wouldn't leave nothing to chance with that
hands
horse.
Were not that good then, his hands.
Arthritic. Yeah, that's why they got him knuckles.
Yeah, knuckles,
broke them all on everyone's.
He did a good job.
Yeah.
He did a good job, and he broke the record. So that was
I used
exciting.
to back a lot of Sandra's horses when she was driving from Malcolm, those cerise and white colours, and she's right when she said she looked good. She did. That was half the reason why I backed her, because I thought, she's not a bad looking lady.
That wasn't it. The horses
Sandra
were
Hutchinson,
always
and
turned out
and
beautifully.
they looked beautiful, and
Every
she
one of
drove
them.
well. She was.
They were lovely horses.
You could back
all
with
of them.
confidence,
The
no problem.
Connors, my favourite was Mulfrey Boy.
Oh yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah.
A bit of a naughty boy.
I'd say he had some bad manners.
He had a few, but he was all right. He was a lovely horse. I liked him. One of the best. Oriental Princess. She was a bitch.
But wasn't there?
She beat Mrs. Kellner on the boom. Had to rush her to hospital.
So she was a nasty filly or mare.
She was a very nasty filly.
But she gave you one of your highlights in your career as well, didn't she, Oriental Princess?
Yeah, that was the one there where I beat Ross Sugars with Chromus.
Yeah, okay.
That was just...
So head-to-head battle with Rossi?
Oh, all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What track was that at?
Globe
Derby. Globe Derby.
Yep.
Yeah.
So was there any kind of communication with you and Ross during that race?
No, we just looked at each other every now and again and glared, and I never gave up, and he never gave up.
Who had the inside?
I did.
You did?
I went to the front from 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because I got put out of the draw
Yep.
after she was a naughty girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and Wanderer, that was another one.
Yeah, Wanderer was a nice horse.
Yes, he ran in the big South Australian Trotting Club Cup. I can't think of the horse. It came from New South Wales and won it.
Yeah.
And he was certainly beaten.
Okay.
Just never got the right run at the right moment, but just got out the last little bit and flashed home for 3rd. And he passed him after that.
Yeah.
So that was exciting.
You've done a lot of hard work to set the women up, and you've got to be proud of where women are in harness racing, in particular here in South Australia, after all your hard work, Sandra.
And Victoria. I mean, some of those girls over there, like Kima Frenning and Karen Manning and all of them, I've driven lots of times against Karen Manning. Like I went up to Queensland, Sydney.
Yep.
Haven't been to Tasmania, and I didn't go to Perth. Every other place I went to, and invitation drivers races and that. And, I've done a lot of things like that, which is fantastic, really.
And
when you think about it. It's like the girls today, like Danny Hill going to Tasmania and up to Queensland and all that sort of thing. It's really good.
But in the late 70s, it was more about pushing the drive for women to give them the equality, all right? And even like you mentioned Queensland, a couple of times you went to Rockhampton and you made friends with a lot of the drivers as well. Yeah. So who were some of the friends that you made in that time?
Well, Gator was the best friend.
Gator Pulicino.
Yeah.
Well, a special guest last week. Yeah. So we've got the wheels rolling.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
Has that been on yet?
Yes, that was last week. But you can watch it.
She is my favourite person. She's just a lovely, lovely lady.
Yeah.
I mean, she's done a lot of things wrong, but
Has she?
she has, and she knows that. And her son was a lovely driver too, and he's still got time. He can't come back yet, which is really sad, But anyway, she's learned her lesson, I hope. And she's going great guns again.
Yeah.
Great
Well, she's
team
such
of
a
horses.
happy lady.
So
So jump on the internet and find it, because it was a...
We'll show you how to get on the internet and watch all the shows
I don't
from
have the
previous
internet.
episodes. We'll rig something up, Sandra. Don't worry about it. We'll set it up. We'll set it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good. So Gator become one of your friends.
Oh
in
yeah,
promoting.
there were so many up there. I can't even remember the names because I've got not much of a memory at the moment.
Yeah. But listen, you recently we had the awards, or late last year, of the Horse of the Year awards, and they gave you an honorary award for all your great work for the South Australian Rangewomen's Association.
Yes.
You must have been happy and proud of that.
That was lovely, yes. And I also got another one from Globe Derby ages ago, and I can't even think what that was.
Yeah.
Dennis Brown sprung it on me one night there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was lovely too.
But also, weren't you nominated for Sportswoman of the Year in South Australia quite a few years ago?
Yes, that's when I said to you, I went there, but too good for me, you know.
Yeah,
I was just
but
a
you're in
paltry little
the
driver.
finalists.
Nothing wrong with being a nomination.
Yeah,
that's right.
And look, it's taken like since then, Danny Hill's come out and won one of those major awards, but it's taken a long time for harness racing to be acknowledged in the sporting prowess. So you always get your cyclists and your hockey players and your basketballers and your Aussie rule players and cricketers and so forth. But it's hard for harness racing to get into those awards. I mean, you set the standard back, back in 1977.
No doubt she's an icon in South Australia, and I mean that. She's just been fantastic for the sport.
I love the game.
And for the women. And I reckon if you went through Victoria and South Australia, I think the females would outgun the men in concession drivers now in the fight.
Come on, that's a bias answer.
No, there's so many good drivers. That what's her name? Kima Frenning.
Yes. Yep.
She is a fantastic driver, that lass. She's, she used to ride them.
Yeah.
And when she came over from Sweden or wherever it was. And she's just a terrific girl as well. And there's so many good drivers over there.
Yep.
The men, a few men, a sprinkle here and there. That's about all. And I tell you what, we're starting to outrun them here too. If you look at them, there's a lot of girl drivers here coming through the ranks.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're definitely right. I mean, I know myself. I used to get my uncle's bag. I used to be the bag boy, and I'd take his bag up to the driver's room at Globe Derby many years ago. And it was at a time, and you mentioned Lindsay Head before, but his daughter Cherie Head started driving in the races, right? And basically, the boys were talking up in the driver's room. The chauvinistic approach. They want to come out and play with the boys, we'll treat them like the boys, you know what I mean? Because Lindsay Head apparently chatted one of the drivers for being rough in the race and bumping Cherie out the way. And he said, they want to come and play with the boys, we'll treat them like the boys. But that was a chauvinistic attitude now.
Yeah.
But I think, do you think that's all gone now? You think we're all level now,
I
Sandra?
think so, yeah. I think the girls just take it in their stride now, I mean, when I started driving for a fair few times, I got, here and there, knocked around a little bit and that, but I gave them as much back later on anyway.
Yeah.
So, you just learn to stand up for yourself.
That's it.
Yep.
Makes you tough. And you've been tough because it's been a hard road and you've done well. You've done well for the women, Sandra.
I know.
Be proud of what you've done.
I am. I'm very proud.
Yeah, because you've done really well.
Very thrilled with all of that. It's my life.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there you go. There's the story of Sandra Hutchinson. We could go on and on and on, but that's a good little insight there. And look, we'll come back for more after the break. Welcome to the British Workmen's Club, where we've had star performers here. Jerry and the Pacemakers, Del Shannon, some of the greats of years gone by. But nowadays, they have plenty of great bands performing here. Every weekend, a host of Adelaide's top bands perform. The Party Cats, led by Masters Apprentice legend Peter Tilbrook. We all know Peter. And the Lincolns are here, Chunky Custard, plus a host of South Australia's up-and-coming bands. Right behind me, you can see the fully stocked bar, plenty of drinks to be had, a great location for a great night out at Davis Street, Wingfield, just off Grand Junction Road. Come to the British Workingmen's Club. Welcome back to Mobile Rolling and the close of our series here at the British Workingmen's Club. We've had a drink or two already in the breaks, Rocky. So
I tell you, Max, no, that's not you. You know you're telling a fib.
Yes, I know.
Because I've just noticed our esteemed boss has given everyone a drink except
us
you and
two.
I. Yeah.
Well, we're working.
Yeah. And he said you can have one, but he'll take $2 off the fee, so I'm getting 18 bucks.
Oh, two?
18
I
bucks.
we would have got three.
No, 18 bucks we get today.
17.
Well, that's all right.
Look, with Jack, we spoke about the kindergarten series kicking off at Port Perry Saturday night. Looking forward to that cup night. It's going to be a good $14,000 final.
Hey, Victor Cup Sunday too, mate. Don't forget.
Yes.
You'll be down there calling those racing. So it's not a bad meeting. The first 5 races are quite good fields, strong fields.
Should be good.
Last 2 are a little bit small, but
race 1 at 3:37 at Victor Harbour on Australia Day. So get there if you're doing nothing on Australia Day. Come to Victor Harbour.
Should be a good crowd. There's going to be a bit of traffic with the Tour Down Under as well. They're on that track on Sunday as well.
Okay, so leave early.
Leave a bit earlier, I reckon. Get down there and have a good day.
I did watch a bit of the Tour Down Under today before I come in. So it brought
good.
back memories. Good memories. The Group 1 Allward, $100,000 race. Next week we might talk a little bit about the yearlings that are in.
I picked out a couple that I like.
Yep. But 14th of March 2020 will be the Group 1 Allward this year. The nominations close at 8:30 on Tuesday, the 3rd of March. So make sure you get your noms in. And that's for horses that were sold during last year's sale, the 2019 sale, through the sale, and also the non-entries as well.
So what date was that?
So the race will be on the 14th of March 2020.
And when the
nominations close 8:30 Tuesday, the 3rd of March. So make sure you get them in by Monday, because you won't be up in time at 8:30 in the morning.
No, well, I don't do it, but Aaron does, and he
you better
only
give him
missed
2
by
weeks
that
notice.
much last year, getting Ideal World into the Gawler Cup. Only had 12 months to nominate.
Get smart, just missed by that much.
And we have got one that we are going to nominate, so I better get onto him.
Yep.
Just with these times here before we go.
Yes.
8:30 a.m. and it happens in gallops and it happens in harness racing. And if you're a bit late with a nomination or whatever, or late nom, I'm just wondering how many trainers are actually home at 8:30 in the morning to complete their nominations. Aren't they all at the track still working horses?
That's why you got to do it Monday.
Yeah.
You got to do it Monday, the 2nd of March.
Yeah.
You have to. But you can do it online, I suppose.
You can do it online.
Yeah, overnight online. But make sure it's there before Tuesday morning.
I'm doing my best to get him to it.
Yeah. All right.
Righto, mate.
Anything else?
That'll do.
That's it. That's it for episode 6, season 3 of Mobile Rolling. We'll be back next week.